Alright, let's get started. Today, my friend and I were walking through the forest, and suddenly we found some strange bulge that is in the middle of the forest, and now we are wondering what is under it. It seems to me that there really could be something very important there. Let's see what is there. Let's now dig up everything that is here to find out what is under this earth, because I have never seen such bulges before. But here it appeared, and it seems very strange, and at the same time interesting. Under this pile of earth, there is some kind of house, some kind of underground house, and it is very strange and interesting. Now we want to dig up everything to find out what is there after all. And what kind of house is this that was buried under the earth? And I really want to dig it up completely to see what was there below. So you and I had an adventure with money. Now we will do this to find out what was there below.
This is really very interesting. Let's finally go down into this house, since we have finally completely dug up this large pile of earth, because I am already very interested to know what is down there and why this house is somehow so underground that only the roof and the earth are visible. Look here. It is true, there is some kind of underground house, and it is very large. There are many different tunnels and rooms here. Let's study it to find out what is here. Maybe we will find the owner of this house that we can talk to him. How interesting it is that you and I started this house. It seems very unusual and interesting to walk around this house and look at the different rooms. It seems that some ordinary person lives here because there are mines and a room to rest and everything you need. I wonder why? Then he built himself a house underground, not completely. And he left the roof outside. It is really very strange. I would like to ask him this if you and I found it. But for now, let's suggest our study of this house look. There is some kind of giant hall in the distance. Let's go into it and let's see what's there.
Hello, guests of my house. I didn't expect that you would be able to find my house, which was so well hidden. Well, since you are already here, then you are welcome. You can walk around my house. You can choose a room where you want to spend the night, and now we will go and eat because you are probably hungry. You ask why my house is underground. And I will answer you because I am very afraid of the giant and terrible monster that lives in this forest, and the only salvation from it is to live here underground because it will definitely not find me.
This is a really interesting story, and thank you very much for inviting us to eat, because we were really hungry because we had been walking in the forest for a very long time, and then we found this small hill, and it seemed strange to us, and then we dug it all up and saw the roof of your house here. And we wondered who built such an unusual house, and then we went down to your house and started to study it, and were surprised that there were so many rooms, and it was all cool. And then you showed up and told us this story. I wonder what kind of terrible monster is this that you are hiding, because when we were walking through this forest, we did not meet any terrible or scary monsters, but calmly walked and had fun. But you know, it was already quite late. And we would like to go to some room to go to bed and rest after today.
Well, guys, you can choose any room that is in my house. Where you want to spend the night, I basically have a lot of rooms. Therefore, whichever you like, you will live in.
So you and I should look at the rooms to understand which ones we want to spend the night in. But you know, one thing I looked at, and it really isn't the best option to spend the night in, because it's all cobwebs and holes. Maybe the second room will be normal. Now I'll see what's there. Oh no, it's even worse than the first room. Everything is very old there. Everything is dusty, and there are a lot of holes and also cobwebs. But I think I see some cool room far away. Let's look at it. And if it's really good, then we'll spend the night there. Well, yes, this room is really very good. And I think we'll stay in it and spend the night because it's the only normal one here.
Well, since you have already decided on a room, then I wish you good night in my cozy and beautiful home. And I will go to my room and also go to bed.
You heard some strange sound that seemed very dangerous to me. Let's go out of the room and see what's going on there, because I'm scared to sleep with such sounds. Oh no, look, there are some blood stains that lead to the exit from the house. Let's go behind them and see what's there. Maybe the owner shot somehow? Or maybe that monster he was talking about got in here. I can't understand yet. But it's not very scary, but I don't even have to go there. And we should have swords if anything. You will protect yourself. Oh no! Look, there really is some kind of terrible and scary monster we need to hide as quickly as possible. And really a closet. Let's quickly climb into the closet and wait out all this horror there.
Look, he wants to search for us in this house to kill us later. Let's do it with you for now. Let's sit in the closet and wait out this danger, and then we'll see what we'll do with you. But it seems he's no longer visible and he's not looking for us in the house. So let's get out and see where he went. Let's very quietly crawl out to the surface through this hole and see. What is he doing there? And where are they going now? Look, there's another monster on the surface, and they're both going somewhere. I think we need to keep an eye on them so that I can destroy them later. I think that's a really good idea.
I wonder where they are going. It seems they are going from this house because the sun is already starting to come out. And it seems they are afraid of this sun, which can kill them very easily. So let's follow them so they don't see us. And then most likely, they will lead us to their lair. And there we will find all the monsters and we will be able to destroy them. I hope that you and I will really succeed because they are moving very fast. And it is not a fact that we will be able to catch up with them. But I hope that you and I will really succeed. Look, in the distance, it is written that there is a monster base there. So you and I were right. We need to continue to follow them to see where to go. Who did we find the entrance to their base? This is a really interesting adventure, but I still can't understand where the owner disappeared to. Are these monsters his in the world, and now there is nothing left of him? If this is true, it is very sad because he was a very good person who flew from recently to eat and also spend the night. In any case, if anything, we will avenge him.
Look, and here is a very big river, which we have to swim across to get to the base of these terrible monsters. But I think you and I can easily deal with them because we have cool boats on which we will swim across all this now. And now we will find ourselves on the other side of this river. But now we need to fight these terrible monsters. We need to prepare weapons and go into battle to kill these terrible monsters. Get it, terrible monsters. Now we will destroy you all and get to your head. And you too will kill, because he kidnapped the head of our house, who was very kind to us, and he did everything very well for us. And now this terrible monster wants to kill him, but we will not let this happen, because we will now kill all of you. Terrible haste of this terrible monster. You will all be destroyed today. We will kill you because we are a cool team, and we always defeat villains like you, and you have no chance of victory. There are still a couple of these terrible guards left to kill, and then we can get to the main monster that lives here underground. You are all great, of course. We dealt with them. Now we need to find the entrance to the shelter of this terrible monster and find where it is so that we can defeat it.
I found! When you and I need to go down to find this terrible monster, I'm sure it's there. And now you and I will see it. Oh no, it's so gigantic and terrible. How can you and I defeat it? Well, look, I see that there is some special mechanism in the ceiling. If you and I activate all the levers, then most likely something big metal will fall on it and we can easily destroy it. And I think that this is really very cool, and we are very happy about it. The main thing now is that you and I survive. We need to go through small parkours to turn on these levers. I'm not sure that you and I can handle it, because you and I are really cool professionals. And we always come out of any situation as winners. And this time, there will be no exceptions. And we will also defeat this terrible monster. It's so good.
Yoo-hoo, we killed this terrible monster and a giant anvil fell on it which completely crushed it. And it was really very cool and spectacular. And now we need to go with you and as quickly as possible free the man who was the head of the house in which you and I lived because he was very kind to us. And now we have come to save him. How good that we made it in time. And this terrible master did not do anything bad to this resident. Now you are free, we can go back to your house and do fun things. But I think first we need to force everything here with dynamite and absolutely completely blow up this terrible monster base so that monsters who would like to attack other residents can never appear here again. I suggest you force absolutely everything here with a large amount of dynamite. You do not need to miss a single room. We must everywhere and put as much dynamite as possible so that it will be simply incredible faster, and so that absolutely nothing is left of this base. He will be very happy to meet in the base.
We are very glad that you are alive if anything happens to you. Now everything is fine. At first we thought you were joking that there is some monsters. But then when we heard strange sounds at night, we went out and saw that there were terrible monsters. And then they believed, but it was too late, and then we followed her, found their base, destroyed all the guards, and then dealt with the main monster, and then happy. It was really, really cool and incredibly fun. He is very glad that everything is okay with you. Now it seems we have already put a lot of dynamite ourselves, and I am sure that the explosion will be so cool that there will be nothing left of this base here at all, and monsters will never gather here again to attack other residents. Some terrible things. We really did really cool things. We are just cool and well done, and now we can go home.
We put a lot of dynamite, and I'm sure the explosion will be really cool. Thank you guys very much for saving me, because I think that honestly, I'm going to be killed today, and I didn't expect that you would decide to come for me, but you really did it and saved me. Now let's go to my house, and there, I'll treat you to delicious food, and we'll do some fun things. What a beautiful explosion we made together. You can watch it forever, and it is really very beautiful and cool. I am glad that everything worked out for us.
So now that we've finally come home, I have to get busy making your house safe from the attacks of these horrible monsters that might appear, because some other monsters might appear that want to attack your house. So now I'm gonna make a lot of cool traps and also make all sorts of barriers so that it's impossible to get into your house and so that you're safe, because I don't want some horrible monsters to attack you again. Now I have to try really hard to make really cool traps that thoughts will fall into. I'm thinking of making some cool automatic arrows that will shoot as soon as the monster is on the territory of your house, or if it steps on some slabs. I also want to make a lot of barbed wire around your house so that it's hard to get into it, and so that the monster can get badly hurt. When I want to go inside, I believe that I'll do a great job because I have a lot of experience building all sorts of cool traps. Because we once defended our house from the attacks of some horrible monsters and terrible residents, and we built a lot of cool traps there, put up surveillance cameras, got dogs that guarded our perimeter. Not like your house is underground and it shouldn't be particularly noticeable. Then we'll also put up inconspicuous ears. They'll be on the trees underground and will protect you in every possible way from the attacks of terrible monsters. And then you'll feel more and safer, and next time you won't be able to be kidnapped by some terrible ones. They're normal monsters that like to kill people. And then you'll definitely be safe. Of course, I've been building for a long time and have done a lot. And I'm glad that I'm so good at building these traps to protect this person who flew to us in his cool underground house. I hope now he'll definitely be safe because I tried really hard and am very tired. And now there are only these traps around here that these terrible monsters will fall into. And now, I think I need to go home to rest after everything I've honestly done. I just have to put up a couple more barbed wires, and then everything will be fine, and I can calmly not worry about my friend. Now I should go back to them, because they probably already prepared food or something else there. And I, to be honest, am also very hungry and want to see what they did there. They did.
Guys, while you were busy with your own business, I prepared us some cool golden apples that I made according to my own recipe that I once developed. So sit down at the table. Now I will give you these delicious apples. We will eat them and enjoy this wonderful day. How cool that everything ended so well. And now we are sitting here happily.